No hat, no problem. Tonight on the show, Ouija Macc, after convincing me I wasn't reading too much into anything, has got me reading between all sorts of fucking lines. We're going to talk about all that shit tonight. And ICP getting sued again for a flying Faygo injury. Why this is as problematic as the last time. My name is Chuck Reeves. I barely do shows anymore. But the beard speaks now.
Oh, come on, he's a miserable cocksucker fucking asshole. You hate him, admit it.
What up, heads? Salute and flame emojis. My name is Chuck Reeves. I am the East Coast motherfucking beast host. And you are tuned in for this, the 135th Beard Speaks. It's a whole fucking lot. What up, Joe Wiggles? I see you out there. I see you posting up on the gram. If you could do me a favor, please, make sure you share in this motherfucker. Chuck is completely banned on Facebook again, as usual, and has been quite lazy, it seems, in the production of his show. However, maybe not as lazy as it seems. We got a couple of things to talk about tonight. I'm glad to see people tuned in. Shouts to my Replicon family. If you haven't done so, make sure you're subscribing over here to the Replicon channel. Make sure you're subscribing over there to that Chuck Reeves primary channel. I'm back on there any day now. I'm waiting to get the confirmation I'm back and then schedule whatever it is that we're going to celebrate with over there. I might do a drunken stream. I don't know. We might do some fun shit like that. But yeah, that should be this week, I fucking assume. And we can get back on some fairly regular topics. The show has been different since it's been here on Replicon. I appreciate them letting me come over here. And I think maybe I didn't go as hard on some people or touch on some topics for fear that I was going to fuck up their channel the way I fucked up my own. And I kind of didn't want to do that to them. They were doing me a big favor, letting me come over to this motherfucker. I will be forever and ever grateful to those four men representing that Replicon reptile. You know what I'm saying? That's the way it goes down. But yeah, we'll be back over there on the regular channel sooner rather than later, it seems. Definitely before this string of May shows that I got coming. You're going to be able to see Chuck Reeves all over the place in the month of May, whether that's in Boston, whether that's in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, whether that's in Gettysburg, PA, whether that shit's wherever the fuck I might be, and those will be getting talked about. I'll be in fucking Worcester again next month. Bunch of shit going on. I see we're lockside in this motherfucker talking about Ouija bumped his head and shit. We're going to talk about all the Ouija stuff because he's literally got the most going on. Of anybody in the underground right now, Ouija got the most going on. He got a record getting ready to drop. That motherfucking Gutter Water joint. Follow up the Trash Fire. All right. He got merch dropping everywhere but Hatchet Gear. We're going to talk about that shit. And we're going to talk about that video and that song Ghost. And why, if you don't like it, you're fucking bugging. People are going to be really, really surprised at my Ghost reaction. Because I'm walking around my house. Tell your friends. Chuck is about to give something psychopathic related a big fucking 10. A big 2 double thumbs up. I'm walking around this motherfucker in my apartment talking about, baby, I'm a ghost. Baby, I'm a ghost. Out here on the block like it's where they hit my bones. Fuck out of here if you don't like that. Like, if you were looking for a specific type of music, then no, that's not what you got. But I like what I like. But we're going to talk about it. We're going to get to that. We're going to get to that. Let's see. I guess I'll do some Q&A right off rip since people seem to have questions. Let's see. The Joe Wiggles is always watching. Salute to you, homeboy. Salute to Shasta. Once we get back over to the regular channel and shit, and I can unfuck my fucking Twitter situation since I've been fucking given a lifetime ban from the Blue Bird. And once I get back on some sort of Facebook, we're gonna I'm gonna be doing some reshuffling of the street team ideas and moving forward on some stuff. BeardSpeaks live soon, real soon. Ideas have been percolating in my brainstem. BeardSpeaks live. It's important. Big interviews coming. Big interview coming June 1st-ish. I'm supposed to be interviewing somebody pretty big on June 1st, but I ain't going to say who it is. Not until I got that interview in the can. I know better now. I ain't going to say shit. I'm not going to say shit. I'm just going to interview this dude and ask him a couple of uncomfortable things and then put it out and have you all go, oh shit, fam. That's Chuck Reeves there asking those uncomfortable motherfucking questions. Speaking of uncomfortable questions, have you bought merch today? You should. T-shirts available. I got them joints. Pins still available. Variations coming soon. And get those tarot card decks still available. TwistedShop.com. I don't know. I feel like we need to get the things since people want to talk about stuff. MyBeardLove.com/BeastHost. As always, the premier title sponsor of the Beard Speaks, Beard Love. 10% off your purchase if you go to that Beast Host extension. All sorts. We talk about them all the time. Look, I got a thing. I got a thing full of oils, right? And I got a bag. Like I'm the plug and shit. You see that? I got a bag of oils. You want some oil? You want some oil, fam? You want some oil, fam? MyBeardLove.com/BeastHost. 10% off your purchase, and you too can grow yourself a glorious motherfucking beard. Shouts to Jake out there. Jake, if you didn't know or you haven't been paying attention to the Facebook group, shaved all his beautiful, wonderful facial hair and is now growing it back. He's at that like Serpico stage. If it was darker, he'd look like Serpico. But since it's not really dark, he does not look like Serpico. But it still looks good. He's still using the Beard Love. Was using it on his bare face. It's good for you. I use it on my bald ass head. I rub that shit in there like, just like that. All right, let's see. I mean, you don't have to like the song, but if you understand that it's a good song, it can be a good song and you not like it. Stairway to Heaven's a good song. I don't like it. Well, I can't really say that because I like all Metallica stuff, but like I know people like Master of Puppets is an amazing song. I know people who don't like it, but you can't question that song's not a fucking amazing. But so we're going to talk about the one thing first because we've talked about this before. I feel like I'm doing a rerun. Bunch of people tagged me in it up on the Facebook at the various places it popped up. ICP getting sued again. This news courtesy of the NBC affiliate in Toledo, Ohio, WCMH. An Ohio woman is suing the band The Insane Clown Posse, claiming she was hit with a 2-liter bottle of Faygo during a concert, knocking her unconscious. This shit just want to hiccup for no reason. You see this shit? It just want to hiccup for no reason. That's YouTube. That ain't me. You do not blame me for that shit, because the way I know that y'all are talking shit is that somebody's asking if I kicked my internet out of the wall. Now, if I can see you talking that shit in the chat, it means that, yeah, my internet is still good. For some reason or another, YouTube wants to be a cunt. Look, now it says that my encoder is delivering bad data. Whatever. We gonna struggle on here. If there's any issues, I'll look at the computer later. I need to move some files. That I do need to do. I know my computer's probably running slow as shit, to be honest. So, by buying a ticket to the ICP show, knowing what an ICP show entails at this point, and then attending said show, you have kind of absolved ICP from you suing them if you get hit with a bottle or any kind of fucking injury like that. Here's the problem with this one and the last one. And it's the problem that if any lawyer was smart, it's what I would bring up. If you go to an ICP show, you are giving the implied consent that you are there and you are willing to participate in ICP and designated employees of psychopathic records to spray you with Faygo and launch those bottles in the way that ICP has perfected over the last 20 years of touring and doing this. Now, that in itself is not safe. What this suit mentions, and what the last suit mentioned, and what I mentioned, and what these fucking people need to mention, is the fact that these injuries are not occurring due to Faygo that is being thrown by ICP or thrown by members of the Psychopathic Records tour roster. These injuries are happening during Faygo Armageddon, when paid and sometimes snuck in folk are permitted access to the stage and then given basically an unlimited supply of 2 liters that they then spray, launch, and throw. Sometimes in an even more unsafe manner than ICP does. Now, if you go to YouTube, there's a video of Jay and Shags explaining to you the way you're supposed to launch these things so you don't have full closed, what amounts to a fucking brick being thrown into the crowd. The fact that that video exists means that these guys know that the launching of Faygo is a specialized activity. Now, when they do it in a safe fashion, a fashion that they've practiced, a fashion that they've come accustomed to over the last 2 decades. When they let people on stage to do it without any kind of talk beforehand, I mean, there was no safety brief. No one told me, when I went up there, no one said to me, don't throw full 2 liters. Now, if they were smart, they would take all the caps off the 2 liters before they ever got on stage during Faygo Armageddon, so you couldn't throw full ones. But this woman saying her injuries came from the fact that she caught a full one to the fucking chest. She passed out, hit the floor, and had life-threatening injuries. You ever been hit with a full bottle of soda with the cap on it? When you enter a show, you're given ICP and Psychopathic Records the implied consent that you would like to participate in their show, which includes the Insane Clown Posse and designated Psychopathic Records personnel launching soda in a manner that they've perfected over the last 20 years. The fucked up part, and the part that needs to come to light in these legal proceedings, and what if they're going to be liable at all, it's going to be for this reason. It's going to be because of the Faygo Armageddon thing. It's going to be because of the VIP. Because you literally have people that have never launched a soda like that ever before, taking the stage, opening them, and throwing them. And sometimes not even fucking opening them, just throwing them. And don't tell me you haven't seen it, because we've all seen it. I see people, yeah, there you go, Jason Moore. People throw full 2 liters. They do. Why? Neither Jay nor Shags throws a full 2 liter. So there's the problem. And I think we're going to see more and more of these as these shows continue, and as they continue to sell the idea that you can go on stage. They're basically assuming the risk by taking money from you and allowing you up there on that stage to participate in the event in the way they do. I'm trying to think. This is the equivalent of, like, I don't know. there's really almost nothing. Actually, yeah, there is. So, you go to a baseball game, and there's the risk of you getting hit with a foul ball or something. Like, there's the risk. Now, let's say that during the course of the game, in the 9th inning, they just let everybody out there to try to hit the ball. Way more people are potentially going to get hurt. That's the closest fucking comparison I can make. So as long as they continue to let people who aren't, I don't know, trained professionals. I hate to call the clowns trained professionals, but when it comes to being the insane clown posse, Jay and Shags are the two most trained individuals in that task. When it comes to being them, a key part to being them is the safe operation of airborne Faygo. When they invite 100 people who aren't Jay and Shags to operate airborne Faygo, more injuries will, and we're going to see pan out. And they're going to keep getting sued. And sooner or later, one of these fucking courts is going to be like, yeah, we get it. They knew that they were going to get wet with soda. We get it. But they didn't know that you were going to charge some retard $100 to come up there and throw a fucking full one at them. Ta-da! If the glove does not fit, you must acquit type shit. Chuck Reeves, attorney at law, Esquire, ... Junior the third. Call me up. For real. Like, if you have a slip and fall at the Stowe, you didn't get your fucking Slam Fest VIP, some asshole who paid too much for a fucking ICP VIP hits you with a full moon mist and now you can't remember your own name? Call me, Chuck Reeves, Esquire. We'll take it all the way to the Supreme Court. We'll tell the FBI the gang did it. Let's get this paper. Airborne Faygo. I mean, shit, y'all even seen they got little statues, little fucking figurines of it now. Oh, the cap's off and it's... Like, what the fuck? I mean, some of these fucking dudes I see in this VIP line, they're not all there. And some of these people are just fucking mean. Some of these people are just mean. Tell them, if you've never seen a juggalo at a Faygo Armageddon, like fucking Pete Rose, fucking Nolan Ryan, a fucking 2-liter up somebody's head, let me know. Because I seen it. And like I said, that's where the problem's going to lie. And in order for psychopathic to really, really cover their own ass, they're going to have to stop being greedy. They're going to have to offer you a VIP package that's worth that money without this other shit. Unless they're prepared to give you an hour's worth of training and have you sign a bunch of releases beforehand that make you personally liable for any injuries you may have caused. Ridiculousness. It's ridiculous. Now, if you check out the comments on that shit on like Faygo lovers, as usual, comments are all pretty much the motherfucking same. She's going to have a hard time going to shows and she's a bitch and this, that, and next thing. Y'all are stupid. She isn't saying, her lawyer isn't saying, and I'm not saying that ICP is at fault for what happened to her. Now, and that's where we're at with this. With a lot of this, somebody told me, and it bothered me, you blame ICP and Violent J for everything. And you know what? That may not be entirely untrue. I put a lot on Violent J. I put a lot on Violent J in the way people put a lot on Suge Knight. in the way a lot of people put a lot of shit on Dame Dash, the way a lot of people put shit on J-Rock and Top Dog, the way people put a lot of shit on Drew Ha. I put this shit on him because he's chosen to be the boss, to be a boss, to be a leader of men. And as a leader, you're going to get shit put on you. But perhaps I'm fucked up a little bit. Perhaps it's not him that I need to be putting it on, but whoever the fuck is over there in charge at Psychopathic Records. Because the big thing I'm seeing at Psychopathic right now, the glaring thing I'm seeing right now, is a lack of leadership. Who is the boss? Is it still Billy? Has anybody seen Billy? Does Billy exist anymore? Did Billy go on the lam? Like fucking Double A did? Who is Rob in charge? Is Jumpsteady the boss? Is Joe the boss? Whoever the boss is, that's who's at fault. That who needs to look at shit. So, you know, when I say Joe Bruce, I'm doing that because he's the public face of that shit. As of right now, he's the public boss. So quit letting retards throw Faygo. Y'all too stick to throwing Faygo yourselves. You won't have any fucking problems. No one, like, people were getting hurt, but that was because they were being, that was when I could have told you you're just dumb. Because you slipped in the wetness. Okay, you should have wore proper shoes, fam. But now you legitimately have them letting retards fucking Joe Montana 2 liters at people, pointy end first. And I'm not about that life. Like, let a motherfucker throw a full 2 liter at me and it not take me out. I'm gonna see you outside. Oh, we're gonna see each other. Yeah, I don't know who's in fucking charge over there. We haven't heard one statement from one person in charge over there. What we get is we get Kevin Gill's filtered bullshit, as I like to call it. His cold, filtered, Miller genuine bullshit. What do y'all want to do first? You know what? That's what we can do. We'll watch the ghost video. So, disclosure. I've been listening to this shit all weekend. Disclosure number 2. I'm a big fan of this song. I'm a big fan of this video, too. And the reasons I'm a big fan of this video have to do with who made the video, obviously, which we talked about my penchant for Jason Schultz and the work of him and Rotten Cake on the last episode when I knew this was dropping. And this is exactly the type of video I expected. I gotta be honest. Like, visually. I had a unique experience when I first met Ouija Macc, when I met Choir Boy, and when I met Jason Schultz in New York during the Eat Your Heart Out tour stop with Twisted that I went to down there. What I saw amongst those 3 men was a trust, an artistic trust that you don't see very often between rappers and cinematographers or people like that. However, when you do see it, it allows for these creations, these audio visual fucking creations to be made that are perfectly harmonious and like breathtaking. There were a lot of pictures that Swag 2 took that I know were like Jason saying, hey, lay here, do this. Hey, make this kind of face. getting that trash can. It's hard for anybody to get a rapper to do what they want them to do. I see underground dudes all day who won't take direction during a video shoot. They won't take direction during a photo shoot. They won't take, constructive criticisms on their stage performance. They just, nah, man, I'm the star. My idea is, it's the way it is. You don't have that with Ouija, especially in his relationship with Jason Schultz. What I saw of Swagtooth and Jason Schultz in New York involved him basically directing them and them listening to everything he said, taking it in, doing it. Doing it because they knew that visually he was the guy. So what we get here is a pretty dope video, in my opinion, and a pretty dope song. I'm going to do my best to talk over some stuff so I don't get fucking clipped for a copyright on this shit. But it's probably going to happen any fucking way. But fucking Ghost Ouija. This is his second official video appearance. I find it kind of odd that there's no real psychopathic mention up front. However, that may be entirely intentional. The only psychopathic mentions you get are his chain, obviously, and the Hatchet Man with the 665 at the end. Now, when he left the tour to go back and finish his record, I assumed it had something to do with the audio sounds, and perhaps that the shit came back funky because of his heavy reliance on effects. If you listen to this track, I think I'm pretty, it sounds the way it's supposed to. I'm telling you that right now. But that bass peaking out in the end, I can see how that may be causing some issues. But that's the way his type of shit sounds occasionally. See, there's a solid effect on his voice the whole time, and this bass is just dumping peaks. Dumping peaks, man. You could have said Sprite, you could have said anything you want. Now why do they got a girl in the video who looks like Mackenzie Nicole? I just noticed that. But I don't know if you were expecting anything different than Ouija. Oh, amazing. They do that shot like 2 more times of him in the fucking sunroof. That's a fire-ass shot. Kudos to Schultz for just the visual shit going on in this video. But you got that gross bass. I mean, I'll tell you what, that drum ain't no faggot drum. That's a drum. Lots of correlations and comparisons have been being made with Ouija's look and the looks of like 1960s Elton John or Janis Joplin. I think it's just because he's ugly, and y'all don't know how to say that in a nice way. I'll say it, he ugly. But that's okay because I'm ugly too. The video doesn't really have a point. It's not like a, I don't know, it's not a narrative. It's just like, hey, it's Ouija. And he's like in a room with this chick. And sometimes it's red and sometimes it's white. And he's a ghost. Baby, I'm a ghost. I don't know what you motherfuckers were thinking that you were gonna get. But this is his wheelhouse. I couldn't see him jumping too far out the window of his wheelhouse. A chick got some Russian tattooed on her side, and given today's political science environment, I don't know what it could mean. Maybe it says like Death to America. I'm not going to show you the end because I don't fucking give a fuck enough about what it says to do it. But if anybody was wondering, there's a Hatchet Man with a 665. There we go again with that 665 shit. So, I'm into it. I enjoyed the shit out of the song. Anybody who knows me, I know I love Flatbush Zombies. He's from that school of like trip shit. Just trippy, drugged out. You could take a couple of tabs of that and just kicks it to that. Shasta asking me, you think ICP is going to fuck with that style? No. Nope. I don't think Shaggy would fuck with that style at all. I mean, you got two guys that, you know their style. Why would they go switching? I mean, this isn't trap music, but anybody familiar with Suicide Boys or fucking, there's a dude named Ghostmane or fucking Puya, fucking Fat Nick, any of those SoundCloud dudes. This is your typical SoundCloud white boy face tat rap. That's what it is. Now, I particularly like Ouija's take on it. He's one of the few people I actually enjoyed, and it was due to the fact that I enjoyed the fuck out of Swagtooth. But this genre of music is not new. I mean, Lil Foot does this, or Lil Toenail, whatever the fuck his name is. He does this type of music. That's just what he is. That's just what he does. Now, that video's out there. I think it's got like 30-something thousand views already. Like, good on them. I don't know what's up with the Clowns page, because they get way more views than... one day I'm going to go through and look at their subscribers. I think that may be a funny exercise. I'd like to see how many of their subscribers don't have pictures. Probably a grip. I bet you if they audited themselves, if they requested a YouTube audit, they'd probably lose half their fucking subscribers. We know damn well that ICP is not above buying subscribers, buying likes, and buying followers. It's the same fucking marketing strategy as going to the store, buying your own CD, and then selling, you know what I mean? So it looks like there's a demand. They're not above that shit. So, not only did we get that new Ouija Macc video, right? We got news that his merch collaboration with Lazy and Crazy over there on that big cartel store, we talked about that as well. Those long sleeve tees, hoodies, and I guess they were bandanas, all sold out. So take that for what it was. We also got news that you can get pre-order packages for his motherfucking record. All right, your pre-order packages include the CD with a t-shirt, CD with a hoodie, bandana. I guess that's a coloring book. Oh no, that's a poster. I don't understand the poster per se. I don't know how I feel about the merch. His merch is getting more and more like rudimentary in nature, and in the last couple of years, in my opinion, Psychopathic Records design team was kind of killing it on it, short of the mistakes. Let's be clear. I'm not talking about the Forrest Whittle box, okay? Clearly, they had some good designs out there. I don't like this. I don't like the fact they're just going to slap a white fucking Hatchet Man and have it say Psychopathic Records Ouija Macc. How fucking lazy are we? How lazy are we? I don't see much in the way of Hatchet shit on any of his stuff, and maybe that's the nature of his deal. I don't know what really happened here. And as things continue to shake out, I'm getting more and more confused, because on top of those and that shit coming out, and he should be directing everybody, get your ass over there to Psychopathic Merch, get my pre-order packages, and that should be his priority. But no, that's not his priority, because we get news that he's announcing yet another merch collab with another company that's not Psychopathic Records. So he announces this Ouija Macc X Flat Sound collab. Now, Flat Sound is another one of these street boutique brands who does limited run, hand silk screen print on fucking, 100% fucking milk-fed baby cotton t-shirts. And he posted this with a thing, which I'll read the caption first. Trans awareness is important to me. I value the trans community very much, and their struggle for equality is one that affects everyone, from the hood to the burbs across every ocean. Every race and creed holds the pain of the trans community in its shadows. Well, Juggalos and Lets are world famous for our unparalleled sense of family, community, and humanity. If we can't establish equality in our community, then the rest of the world is doomed. I want to set an example and show that the Juggalo community is a safe one for our trans brothers and sisters. So soon, I will be releasing this shirt with my partner Mitch from Flat Sound for absolutely zero profit, and all proceeds will go to a very reputable health organization for LGBT teens who need help in a society designed to drown them. If you want to support this effort by purchasing a shirt, let me know in the comments. This is how I want to fight back. Also, tag your trans friends and let them know that you care. All right. And the shirt says, trans juggalettes are juggalettes. So let's start at the beginning. Last I heard, Ouija Macc was a straight white man. Last I heard, he fucked strippers pretty regularly. He's one of them guys. He likes his strippers. All right, no judgment. All right. But this brought up a very fucking legitimate question today that I saw in a bunch of comment threads. Is Ouija transitioning? I do not have the answer to that question. If Ouija is transitioning, good for him. If this is his way of letting us know, even better. I have some questions, however. My first question. You can do one of two things. You can either sell the shirt for zero profit, or you can donate any profits to someone. You can't do both. So, saying that you're going to sell it for zero profit and then you're going to donate the proceeds, there won't be any proceeds. That's like wording issues. That's wording issues, which are the least of my fucking problems right now. But wording issues, let's be clear. You either have no profit or you donate said profits. You can't have it both ways. So get somebody to write your shit for you, fam. Like, your official releases, I'm available. Yo, if you've got stuff coming out, I don't talk about this, but if you out there in internet land got stuff coming out and you want press releases written, holla at your boy. Holla at your boy. I am a PR wizard. I've been featured in several reputable publications. All right. 2. I don't want to see $1 move on this product until he's made it completely clear what very reputable help organization that this is going to. If it's going into the Ouija Macc Pocket Foundation, then that's different. I'm not saying that that's bad. I'm just saying that it's different. So before any dollars move on this junk, he need to make it clear where his money's going. Oh, Jason, we're going to get to the implications of all this on everybody else over on the label right now. Oh, we're gonna. Oh, you best believe we're gonna. Okay. I've been thinking about this all day. And I wanted to make sure I did it in such a way that I was tactful and that I made it clear how I felt and that my words could somehow not be sound bitten and then like misconstrued out of context. So bear with me for a second. Ouija Macc is not incorrect. The Juggalo community are world famous for our unparalleled sense of family, community, and humanity. When we fucking feel like it. Now, there have been transgender, gay, lesbian, bisexual, asexual, fucking brony, squirrelkin, furry, submissive, dominant, juggalos and juggalettes this entire time. Whether or not Joe Bruce and Joe Ulster were actually happy with that fact is still yet to be seen. Given the fact that we all know this, why the fucking need to put it on a t-shirt? There isn't a need to put this on a t-shirt. And I can't see who the intended audience for this t-shirt would be, with the exception of the, say, I don't know, but it's definitely not enough to necessitate a line of shirts. So this is out. Now, there's been two different sets of responses. Responses like the ones here on Ouija's Instagram have been overwhelmingly positive. And look, I want to make this clear. If this is all legitimate and this is all above board, and Ouija Macc is literally on some humanitarian fucking Bill Gates, Gandhi ass shit, decided to put out a shirt targeted towards transsexual females, which fuck, that might even be the wrong nomenclature. Please don't be mad at me. If this is all above board, then good for him. Now, if it's not, if it's pandering, if this is part of some sort of a larger game that's at play here, if this is some sort of a chess move because of some things going on behind the scenes that we may not be party to, well, I have to be honest. Fuck him. What makes you say that, Chuck? What makes you say that, Chuck? Well, it seems like shortly thereafter, even though everything that he got on his own personal pages was supportive in nature, all right, he posts some interesting stuff on his Facebook. I have always made it my personal responsibility to stand up for the freaks and the outcast. People talking down on me because of how I dress, how I move, how I speak. They hate that I want to do merch runs for heavy-set people or raise money for transgender people. Okay. First of all, who's they? This is really vague, homie. And I'm going to need a little more specificity out of you at this point. Because they hating on you. Now, heavy set people, he meant to say fat. I'm going to say fat because I'm fat. Has anyone, anywhere, ever talked shit about Ouija Macc for wanting to sell clothes to fat people? I'll wait. Was anybody, because to be honest, anything over a 2XL t-shirt can be considered fat people merch. I'm skinny fat, but I'm a 2X, you feel me? Ain't nobody shit talking you. No one's hating you for wanting to run fat people merch, okay? And in your comments on your social medias, I don't see any hate when it comes to raising money for the transgender community. But it's funny, because you know where I did see a bunch of hate? As expected, in the Faygo Lovers Heaven comment threads. All right? As we know, Faygo Lovers Heaven is the supreme center of the Joe Brucelos. All right? The 17 motherfucking percenters. The retards. Fucking Cartman's friends. Fucking CPNers. Those people. The comments on the Faygo Lovers announcement of this new Ouija Macc transgender let shirt were quite varied from the ones that he had on his own personal page just a little while earlier. Let's go ahead and read some of these. Fuck Ouija and that gay shit. How does ICP feel about it? I want to know. See, we gonna get to that. Yup, I'm out. Violent J said he used to hit crossdressers in the face with bricks. Y'all some juggalamos. Nutsacks don't belong in butt cracks? I knew Ouija Macc was a woman who had a failed surgery, but come on. We hear this shit in the news, now we deal with it in juggalo culture. I remember Violent J claiming to be the gay fag slayer. So do I. Pepperidge Farm also remembers. Okay. So, you get the point. If you want to see more unadulterated fucking bigotry and hatred, slide on over there. I want to be clear with this. Right now, you've got nothing coming out of Psychopathic Records. You've got the impending release of one project. Okay, we don't have a release date even for that next Joker's card, so get the fuck out of my face with that shit. You got ABK, who's doing shows, but Psychopathic won't even share those events on Facebook. You know what else ICP didn't share? Ouija's transgender awareness shirt. I think way more is in play right now on some Game of Thrones shit than any of us fucking realize. I brought it up before about Ouija going outside to have merch made. I find it kind of funny that a shirt that wasn't limited to a run, as far as I was concerned, like I was informed of, somehow sold out without warning. Maybe I'm reading too much into shit. Man, I fucking hope so. I really, really fucking hope that I'm reading far more into this than there is. But I would hope that Psychopathic would not be getting in the way of someone trying to fucking make money. But I don't know what else to say. Light ain't got a piece of merch out, really. Like, he's not doing nothing. These guys, I don't know what is going on over there. Who's in charge? This is why I don't like doing shows anymore. Because y'all want me to talk about this shit. And the thing is, it's fucking depressing. It's depressing. I'm not trying to start drama. I'm asking questions. I'm asking the same questions a lot of people are asking. Where's ICP and the rest of the labels stand on what's essentially being represented? I'd be interested to know. Me personally, I ain't got a dog in this fight. I don't. I hope I'm reading more into shit. What hat? I didn't want to wear a hat today. I didn't have to wear a hat. Sometimes I don't have to wear a hat. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not interested in Violent J's daughter because she's fucking 12. Can we be clear on that? In my opinion, if you're a grown adult and you're following her on Twitter, you need to check yourself. There's no need to be following Joe Bruce's daughter on Twitter. You know who I follow on Twitter? Or who I used to follow until I got booted off that motherfucker? I tried to follow people who, like, had interesting and or educated and or things that could teach me stuff to say. The 12-year-old daughter of Joe Bruce can't teach me anything. Nope. Let me look. Nope. Sorry. That's what I mean. If this is the game now, if Psychopathic Records is now going to be cause, we're all causalos. Get your cause. You got Transalos. You got Save the Animal-alos. For me, it's like vegan-alo. Like, don't eat meat, fam. That shit's bad for you. Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop. Terrible. Absolutely fucking terrible. What time is it? It's 12:25. I'm back tomorrow. More show. I'll have more shows and shit to talk about. More stuff. Leave me comments. If you think I'm reading too much into this fucking thing, tell me. If you have other knowledge, tell me that too. I'm out here. On behalf of me tonight, Tuesday, episode 135. Salute and flame emojis to all you motherfuckers out there. I'm going to be back on my own channel soon. Something's bound to happen. But, yeah, man. Till tomorrow. My name is Chuck Reeves. I am the East Coast Beast host. And the beard is spoken.